owners of these stocks, they have given him the stock to hold it and do whatever the broker wants until they require the stock after some point of time. So that amount of sweeping rights are provided to the share broker. Correct? From that, this seller will take stock, and from that stock he will give delivery to the buyer. Are you understanding? So who are all involved in this case? Seller, buyer, broker, owner. Who is the owner? The original owner given this to broker. Why he had given, I will explain later. Then you will agree as this is possible. Today you accept a story. There lived a king and all that. That sort of story only you have to accept. What is that? Broker will take somebody's stock and he will be a custodian for the stock. He will give back and all that. So broker is a person who is having good financial liquidity. He is authorized to buy stock exchange and all that. So therefore the owner is having reliance on this broker that he will not cheat us. For some reason the stock is with broker. So the buyer, this is stock delivery. He will be holding stock. Holder, or you can say custodian. So buyer pays money, pays cash. Buyer pays cash, and seller approaches broker for what? Stock borrowing. Stock borrowing. He will request. The broker will deliver. Say this is what stock delivery. This is what first it would be happening. Second, he will be holder or custodian. He will be holding, paying cash. Fourth, delivery by broker. Then what is that the seller should do? Delivers stock. This is item number 6. This is what it is going to happen at spot. Now it is going to happen. But this stock delivery might have taken long time back. So when sell transaction is there without holding stock, how it is possible? The investor who is effecting a sale transaction will request the broker to give delivery to him, and he will deliver, and the delivery will be given to the buyer. So the owner is not aware that the stock is transferred to some other person. Are you understanding, all of you? It is not to be considered as illegal and all that. So they have legalized it. How it is done, the mechanism you should understand. Because after all, the stock is going to be in the cold storage. This cold storage stock is being activated in the market like this. It is something like money deposited with a banker is using your money to lend. So that sort of scheme is what they are trying to bring in. But at the same time, the interest of all operators should be protected. Are you understanding, all of you? So right at the very initial stage itself, when people are not knowing about bank, a person is there introducing about bank. You deposit your cash with the banker. So banker will collect all the money from various people and he will lend and all that. So how I can take my money back and all that, you will wonder. So banker's operation is like that, where at any point of time his liquidity is so great and he can repay the deposit with interest. So first time when you are learning for the first time the banking system, as you will be having lots of doubts. Now that you know how it is getting operated, likewise I am getting this particular introduction to you that it is all legal alone. So for the first time when a person is learning about banking system, you might just feel that somebody's money is used for some other purpose. It is so, it is illegal and all that. It is not that way. It is all legalized. How it is done, we will just take up. This is happening at spot. Now, what is happening in the future? That is on the maturity date. 10 days later, what is happening is, who are those 4 circles? Nisha will help us. This one, seller, buyer, Supriya will help us. Broker and owner. So, what will happen 10 days later? So, 10 days later, the seller will ask the broker what he will ask. Buy stock in the market. And he will give money and will pay cash. Correct? All of you? What the broker will do? He will buy from the market. Are you understanding? So, then what is that this buyer will do? Nothing, no transaction thing, because already delivery got over. So, there was some stock he was holding, This stock only he had given it to him, that stock had gone there. Are you understanding, all of you? So, there is a shortfall of stock here. Today, 10 days later, what is happening? Buy that stock would mean that stock has come back to the original position. Are you understanding? So, whatever we have just seen, it is a stock lending. So, why the broker should do all this job? You just understand why at all the broker should do this job. Huh? No, see, broker is facilitating. If broker is not there, this transaction would not have happened at all. Why the broker should do? So, for his business only. What sort of business he had done? So, the seller sold the security to the buyer. There was one transaction that was facilitated. Then, the same broker with whom he is instructing to buy in the market and he is facilitating. So, with one person, he is making 2 transactions, one in day number 1, another one in day number 10. And the brokerage charges may not be the same as he will be doing in any other case. This brokerage charges will be a little higher because he is taking the risk. Are you understanding? Only that particular consideration he will be having, and definitely when he is doing all this job, he is taking all security measures. When banker is lending money to a stranger, he is not giving the money directly. What is that he does? He takes lot of security. The other mechanism and all that you don't have to just wait.